Hello, welcome to the queue. It is UK turn 5, the BBR 1940 setup. Here is the purchase. This is the tech, and it is revealed this turn, and it is jet aircraft. UK has jet aircraft technology. So that means the fighters attack at 4 and defend at 4, and they defended at 4 anyway. So there's the purchase. We have 2 tanks, an artillery, and an infantry for 19, leaving $24. Man, transport, destroyer, sub for $24. That is the purchase. Let's look at the attacks from right to left. So I've got my 4 to remind me to roll a 4 dice, because now they're attacking at 4. So we've got 2 infantry coming into Burma and 2 fighters. And we got this TAC over here coming in, and this fighter from Eastern Iran. So they're flying 1, 2, 3. So these 2 have 1 movement left, and these 2 fighters that came from India have 4 movements left. And it doesn't really matter because they're all going back to India anyway. So those 6 units are attacking that 1 dude. We're going to target select the bejeebies out of that guy. Next battle, we've got Transjordan. We must reacquire that. 1 artillery and 3 infantry from Egypt coming in. Sliding over to the next battle. Actually, I think we can get 2 battles in on this one. We're going to send 2 fighters and a tactical from Cairo. 1, 2, 3. So they have 1 movement left. And 1 infantry from Tobruk. That will be the ground forces. All right, so that is it. We have 1 fighter from Cairo going out into the sea. 1, 2, 3. They have 1 movement left. The sub comes 1, 2. And from Gibraltar comes a fighter from an air base having a movement of 3 left. The last battle will be in the English Channel. And we've got a sub moving from a naval base. 1, 2, 3. And a fighter coming from an air base. 1, 2, 3 with a movement of 2 left. So those are the attacks. And since we're on this side, we will roll from this side and work our way backwards. Move those transports. All right, so I've got a fighter, which is a jet fighter, and a sub. Now that's with the destroyer, there's no first strike there, so I'll have a 2 and a 4 for the British. 2 hits. That's the best first round I've had. The Germans will defend with a 2, and they will not defend. All right, so that one is down. Let's go, I think we can just keep that viewfinder on that dice tray for this naval battle here. So there is no destroyer, so the sub will fire first. And if it gets a hit, then that's a first strike, and that cruiser is gone. They do not, so that leaves 2 jet fighters with 2 hits. All right, so the cruiser returns fire at 3, the Italian cruiser. They had a hit and then it rolled over. All right, so the Italian Navy rolls over here. And let's go down to the next Italian battle. And here's one where I'm risking some planes because I only have 1 infantry to take as a casualty. So let's set that back a little. All right, so We will target select with the tactical in hopes of killing that artillery. We do, so the artillery is gone. All right, so now I can't lose a plane unless I completely whiff this next attack, which is infantry at 1 and then 2 jet fighters at 4. Let's roll those. 2 hits, so Libya has been taken. Well, maybe not. They may not be taken because Italy gets to roll a defense. I will not lose a plane. And I didn't have to. All right, so I wasn't going to lose a plane to take that. All right, so British marker there. Oh, leave that there. Put that there for the time being. All right, so last Italian battle. No planes involved. This is straight up boots on the ground. There is, let me turn it a little bit here. All right, so there is an artillery and an infantry combo, and then 2 infantry by themselves. And there's 1 infantry transporting. There it is. But 2s and 1s, I kind of, that doesn't bother me. All right, Italy defends. Nope, almost. Round 2. There is 1 hit. So 1 hit and 2 rounds of combat for the British. Italy fires back. Nope. All right, so that is gone. So far, it's been clean for the British. And here is the last opportunity for cleanliness. See where I can put that dice tray here. All right, so I'm crushing my planes. We've got the 1 Japanese defense, so I'm going to use this tack as a target select, and that is the end of that. So Japan gets paid back for all the dastardly target selecting it's been doing this game. They have literally wiped China out off the map. I mean, China still has a stack up in the corner, but they don't have any territories worth a point. All right, so let's get that marker off. And like I said, all these planes are landing here in Calcutta there. So those markers did not matter. All right, so while we're here, this sub is going to come over and convoy Japan. And looking for more convoy markers. This is my last one. So we're going to have a convoy in C-Zone 37 where we can take up to 5 points. That'll be a good convoy zone. All right, so that is that yellow marker. We're going to work our way back. All right, so we've got this transport picks up the guy in British Somaliland. He's coming from a naval base, so this is 1, 2. We're going to grab that artillery, and the movement of 3 ends here, and they offload in Western India. From the same sea zone is a battleship and a cruiser, and they come over 1, 2, 3, because there is a naval base in Cairo. All right, so this transport is going to grab a man and a tank, and they are going to move 2, 1, 2. And deposit their guys into India. All right, this artillery is going to move 1 into Iran. All right, coming to this side, this is no good, this is no good. All right, so I'm not going to do this movement. This was if there was a failure in Libya and I needed to make a second round of attacks. I was going to send over that guy and that anti-aircraft gun, but that is not needed now, so they will stay put in Egypt. That was a battle. Oh, I got to remember to roll for Italy. I'm going to put this dice tray here on my money so I remember. And I'm going to need 2 dice for... Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm going to need 4 dice for Italy. 2 for each sub. All right. So let's move along here. These planes have 1 left. They will all land in Tobruk. All right, moving along. That sub, that's in that zone. So both planes, well, no, one plane has 1 left, so they will land with the French in Algeria, and the other plane goes back to Gibraltar, to that air base. All right, so Italy will have another convoy in CZO 93 for southern France. And let's see what's left here. Oh, there is 1 fighter up here in the English Channel that will land in London. All right. As I'm looking, all my markers are spent. So now it's time. Let's count up some money here. So Italy's going to go down 1, 2. Because they lost 2 territories, and Britain will go up 2. So that puts Britain to 32. And that's correct, they didn't go up anymore. While I'm here, let's just go ahead and roll for the convoying. They can take $3 from Britain and 1 from France, even though France has no money. So, the rolls, 1, 2, 3 are successful. So, 2, 4, 7, plus the 2 for the ship. So they would have taken a total of $9, but there's only 3 British in there. So 3 will come off of the British dollars. And I'll leave that there on the NO cards, and let's place some units. I think we can get everything in this viewfinder is where they're going. All right, so the 19 that we purchased here, the 2 tanks, artillery, and infantry are going into Calcutta. All right. The 1 man is going into Iran. The 3 ships will go into the Cairo complex. The sub will go in CZO 98 on the Mediterranean side. And the destroyer and transport will go in the Red Sea there in CZone 81. And now that I'm looking at it, there is no other Italian ships at the moment. So I'm going to put all 3 ships here in the Red Sea. That is all the units placed. All right, so their cash, they have 32 IPCs. They have all 3 of those territories are allies, so that is 6. They have all 3 of those territories are British, so that's 5, so they have 11. So that means they will have $43 minus the 3 that was convoyed in CZone 98. So they will have an even $40 next turn. So they keep going backwards. Well, I say that. Since Japan joined the war and started taking territories away, they've been going backwards every turn, but they could still go backwards here a little bit. You know, I say that, there's $1 more because I missed Burma. I took Burma back, so that will give them a total of $33 plus the 11, so $44 minus the 3 on the convoy. Gives them a total of $41 for next turn. So I got to move Japan down 1. That ties them with the US for the time being. And that is their cash, 41 IPCs for next turn. All right, so I had to do some thinking there. Let's do a recap. And in C-Zone 37, we have a submarine that will convoy Japan. There is, in C-Zone 39, a transport. C-Zone 79, a transport battleship cruiser. In Burma, there is 2 infantry. In India, there is, what is that? That is 8, 9, 10, 12. 12 infantry, 3 tanks, 2 artillery, 3 fighters, 1 tactical, 3 anti-aircraft guns, and a couple of Australian planes. West Indies, 1 infantry, 1 artillery. Iran, 1 infantry, 1 artillery. All right, come over to this side. In C-Zone 81, we have a transport, submarine, destroyer. Transjordan has 3 infantry, 1 artillery. Cairo, 1 AA, 2 infantry, and some Canadians and French. Tobruk, 2 fighters, 1 tac. Libya, 1 infantry. Crossing over, we have in Algeria 1 fighter. Gibraltar, 1 fighter, 2 infantry. C-Zone 92, 1 destroyer. C-Zone 94, 1 sub. C-Zone 93, 1 sub, doing convoy duty on southern France, which will be Italy, is money. Be taking that away. And then up here in London, we have in C-Zone 110, a submarine. London has a fighter, 5 AA, 2 infantry, 1 mechanized. That will be the end of the British turn. It is now time for Italy to make its moves.